Hi there and welcome back to Pillars of Eternity, Path of the Damned difficulty, the Renegades of Punk. It is to be or not to be. We just murdered a potential killer of a young child. We tried to poison him, he sniffed it and he attacked us. Why did we try to poison him? His own son wanted us to do it. And yeah, this is what came of it. And now we're really doubtful if we can survive the outside. We don't know what will come of this. But at least they were rich. And at least we can get that thigh clef. The large shield. Yes, let's distract us with a very good item. Maybe it can shield us from being eliminated by the officials of Twin Elms. We have killed one of their main representatives, and we have a big problem. Let's look at that shield instead. Yeah, I think that's much more positive outlook. It has 16 deflection, 8 accuracy, a standard large shield. 10% of incoming crits converted to hits, that's good, and exceptional, 8 shield deflection. Wow, this will protect us very much. This impressively large shield boasts a relief of Death Clef, an important Glenfathan landmark. Death Clef was the site of a brutal battle between the Glenfathans and Durwoodens during the tumultuous period before the 10 years treaties were signed. The cracks and caves along the cliffs provided the Glenfathans with plentiful cover on which to stage their attacks against Durwooden forces, allowing them to duck out of sight the moment a threat emerged. Given this natural advantage, the Glenfathans succeeded in driving the Durwoodens from the region. So, this is a historical shield. Can we enchant it? Not really. We could make it legendary. We're missing a Borg Dragon scale for that. Wherever we should get that. It's a really good shield. Let's see who can use it. We have that shield here, which is exceptional as well, and I like it a little bit better, I must say. And we have the old larder door, which is also exceptional and grants bash. Yeah, it's a close one between these two. I think bash is very good as well, so we'll keep with the bashing here. We could maybe replace that thing here. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. It should be protective, right? But that needs to be in our presence as well, the supper plate, because it's a good thing that we have that. And now Kel'Thuzad is much better protected than before. We have that DLM Dibita with her. We should maybe really... It says slash. It says crush. This has pierce. Yeah, let's go for the crushing weapon for now. I think it's just better overall. Now that she has the better shield, that will be better as well, so. There we go. Now let's look. We don't want to steal anything here.
As you wish.
Not a sound.
There was someone... Did you see that? There was someone running around here. And there are 2 children here still. They are right.
Where there's a pick, there's a way.
Lyras looks you in the eye and gives you a slow nod. I think that's the son. And
Where there's a pick, there's a way. It's finished.
Yeah, that's the guy who gave us...
I'll see it done. It's finished.
The heads up for killing his father. Oh man, hey Lyras. How do you do? Virtue guides your hand, Carroth. Well, he is thankful. Let's see how many other people are thankful. Let's go outside. He now has a lot of children here. I expect to be attacked. Kevaver too, probably. Yeah, that guy that we killed wanted to sacrifice children to some kind of a blood god, and it seems like they don't care here. Can we rest? Nope. I want to rest somewhere. I don't know about you, but I want to get back to the Hearthsong district and rest until we're not in danger of instantly dying again. Nothing happened. Everything's fine. Let's take that blood moss. Yeah, let's murder more official representatives of this city, right? Let's go to Hearthsong and rest there. We have a lot to find out too. For example, where this child was. Maybe. Or maybe it's not important anymore. We don't care. We saved the child. That's all that matters. But we have a lot more to talk about. So there, the celestial sapling. Nice, nice. Let's go in there quickly. And rest, as long as they tolerate us. Still. I don't know. I don't really know what will come of this. There's a lot to do still, and it should be an interesting stop here.
Welcome!
We would like a room. Something with a nice view? Absolutely. I want that thing. That is nice enough for me. Also gives a great bonus. Yeah, let's speed this up. Now we can go back and like explore the rest of this cursed district. I think it was also, right? I think it was also. Oh no, it was Elm's Reach. Right, it was Elm's Reach. Let's go there. Anyone stopping us or trying to kill us? Not yet, it seems. Not yet. Let's pass through Elm's Reach. So what else are we going to find here? We could visit that blood-sacrificing order of subterraneous dwarves. That would be fun as well. Probably another fight. Let's see. So we've been in there. They're all dead now. God. We should go to the Twin Elms. Let's go over here. Let's look at our way, because there are probably some people we don't know yet. And they're talking here, which is pretty nice. There we are.
You have stayed true to our cause, Inquisitor, when so many others have not. For every heretic we confess, for every betrayer that burns on our pyres, new sheep continue to flock to Iavara Exencios. But not you. I underestimated you in the beginning, but no longer.
You honor me, Grand Inquisitor.
It is not for honor that I summoned you today, but for duty. Too many of our own have confessed upon the wheel and the rack and the flame. Too many of our faithful have had their minds poisoned by the Kratom witch. The tide is against us now.
I'd like to meet the Kratom witch.
We have but one option. Iavara's following must see her exposed for what she is. She must confess her heresy before my court.
But how could we reach her?
Not in Kratom, surely. Their lord has embraced her heathen faith and protects her with his army. But in Oceanus, things would be different. The king of Oceanus is a sinful man. We have helped him to see the error of his ways, and now he fears for his soul. He would pay any price for absolution.
But how would we get Iavara to move to Oceanus?
You have already done much for the Inquisition. I wouldn't ask this were there any other choice.
Interesting. Seems like we were a leader of this organization once. Discover the Twin Elms now. Let's see. Yeah, we have Ter Evron. We need to go there to talk to someone. How was that? Yeah. These are probably the guys we need to talk to. About Theus and the conspiracy of the Hollowborn. Sidra. Two identical women seem to fade into view as they move away from the great trees that camouflage them. Their skin is tree bark, ridged and scaly, wreathed in a curling tangle of roots, buds, and blooms. Their hair hangs beneath the shade of serrated leaves, like the drooping branches of the elms above, and the pupils of their eyes are encircled by hundreds or even thousands of concentric rings, as if to mark the accumulated wisdom of millennia.
Turn around, flesh creature. Outsiders are not permitted to approach the elms.
Says the one of them that extends a snarl of roots toward us, that snakes and twists together to form something like an open hand, palm down.
Do you not feel it, sister? Something familiar. An ancient soul, like the other one. Another defiler, no doubt. Let us fell him and be troubled no more. It would pay the debt of his predecessor.
Says the other Richenwin, who's staring at us unblinking and whose frown deepens as her face creaks.
So it would seem, Rhiannon. But we must not hasten to judgment. I see a different motive here. Different questions in these eyes.
What of it, young trespasser? Is it as my sister says? Or are you here to stain this place with foul deeds?
Well, we're often honest or diplomatic to reach what we want to reach. I seek a man who came through here. My business concerns the health of this land, and you would be wise to aid me. Yeah, that is true. Let's be diplomatic there, because that's really we seek that man, but we also concerned for the children, as we've just proven again. My business concerns the health of this land, and you'd be wise to aid us.
That may be, flesh creature. But I do wonder whether your intentions are quite so noble as that. Are you here for the land, or for you?
He is here for Theos Exarchanon, that much is evident. The answer is yes, old one. We crossed paths with Theos not long ago, and we can tell you where he went. But I find it curious that anyone would seek him out. Suspicious, even. If we are to help you find him, we would know why.
Well, stopping him might end Waidwen's legacy. That's why we're following him. Also revenge, but we're just in a benevolent mood right now. Help save that child and all that. So stopping him might end Waidwen's legacy. Save all those innocent children.
So that is the reason he passed this way. This is low, even for the leaden key.
I told you we should have confronted him, Sheila. He has always been a poison.
It would have been the last thing we ever did, sister. Who can be said to have ever gotten the better of Theos?
Yes, but imagine how much fun it would have been. Can't you just picture him all strung up in vines like an angry little puppet?
But that's not what this is really about, is it? You are bound to that man.
Says Sidar as she glances over us, and her expression changes as though seeing us for the first time.
I see it now. You are awakened. Your soul is awake, and something once buried deep now wells to the surface. Past overwhelms present, closes in around you. Your time has nearly reached its end.
I just need to get to
I'm
Theos.
sorry to tell you this, but Theos cannot give you what you seek. Nor can any man. An awakening cannot be undone, any more than your past can be undone.
So this has all been for nothing, and I'm going to lose my mind?
The soul is formless without a past to shape it. Did you truly expect to be able to wipe it away?
That or kill the man who brought it up. Soul is formless, yeah. I'd rather have tried to put things right. A noble thought, but for the lifetimes that separate you from your problems.
However, as much as my sister speaks truly that there is no way back from an awakening, there may yet be a way forward. Would you agree, Sheila?
I would. Were the way not so likely to end in death.
Well, what is it?
The man Theos you must already know by now. You are linked by a common past. Something about it lingers within you, festering, unresolved. What it is I cannot see any more than you. And without that knowledge, your doom is certain. But were you to learn the source of this discord, perhaps it could be put to rest. Though it is equally possible it will trouble you as much now as it did then, and merely speed your condition to its end.
My past comes to me in pieces. How do I unlock the rest?
You might wait for it to come on its own, of course. But when it comes, it will replace your sanity's last breath. Such is the nature of your condition.
Or you could learn it from someone who already knows.
Theos, would he remember?
It is said the gods made his memory perfect, that he may never forget his charge. If he ever knew, he still does.
Not that he would tell you, of course.
You have followed the right person for the wrong reason, it seems. We see it often beneath the elms. The soul dragging mind and body to unknown places for unfathomable reasons. You may have wandered into Theos' path many times, in many lifetimes, without an awakening to show you why.
The only thing that's certain is you did not find what you sought.
You said you know where he went.
He has gone down beneath the tower to a place older than we, where the people of Engwith once walked. He makes his way to the buried city, sun and shadow.
May he stay down there and rot with the remains of his people.
He may yet. He won't be returning the way he came, that much is certain. He opened a secret path in the tower's base, and saw it destroyed behind him through some vile means.
Is there another way to get to him?
We know of one. On the burial isle, through the court of the penitents, Braeth Yaman. A shortcut, in fact.
Don't be cruel, sister. The way my sister speaks of is not for the faint of heart. A great pit at the center of a forgotten court, where faiths were judged in place of crimes. To most, it is simply a gateway to death. With the help of the gods, it can take you where you want to go.
Oh, just nice. And now we need to threaten the gods, probably, or... What do you mean with that, with the help of the gods?
The pit is said to have been a means of judgment by the gods. Those cast into it are meant to die. It is that way you must pass to reach Sun and Shadow.
So we must die, or
The
what?
court is old. We do not know much for certain, but it would seem only the gods themselves can grant passage.
What is this court?
No more than a ruin now. It is older than we. A place for the trial of heretics. We were not here to witness it, but at one time there was a group that refused to acknowledge the gods. Neither the first nor the last, of course, but these were numerous and all put on trial for it. Those who did not repent were cast into the pit and imprisoned below.
Sounds like undead.
The fall killed them, of course. The prison was not for people, but for their souls, and their sentences were eternal. It is said that many of the condemned repented and were permitted by the gods to ascend from the pit, so long as they pledged their service to one of them. But these are old legends.
And how would I ever get the gods to help me?
Behind us is Ter Evron, said to pierce the shroud itself and a place of communion with all gods. If ever there was a time for prayer, you have found it.
Okay. And who to best pray to? Any god you can, I should think.
I would pray first to those gods you like best. I hope for your sake the feeling is shared.
And how do we pray?
Ter Evron is also called the Hall of Stars, and the stars show us the allegiances of the gods. When stars are in conjunction, we know the gods they represent are aligned as well. You should choose a place to pray where you'll be closest to those you want to hear you. If a god stands alone, you should pray to that god. If they band together, you should address them all. Choose your words wisely, for all gods expect proper homage, and none has patience for fools.
Oh man, we're not religious at all. Is there no other way?
None.
Interesting. So the only way to get through this pit is to pray for
Not
help.
the only way. Just the only one that doesn't end with your body impaled on jagged rocks.
Oh, thanks. I have some other questions.
What do you wish to know?
How did you know I was pursuing
The
Theos?
same way that you are no doubt able to peer into the ether and experience the souls of others. It is something we are born with, some more, some less. A gift common to many creatures of the wilds. You share certain similarities with the man you pursue. For your sake, I pray they are few and of no consequence.
And who are you? I want to know about the two of
There
you.
is little to be said about us, for we are bound here, caretakers and defenders of this place. Our journey has been over time, but not distance, measured in observations, but not experiences. We have seen the elms grow tall. We have seen cities built, burned, and built again. The only constant has been the tower, a silent companion through the ages. You can imagine why this recent destruction has stirred my sister so.
If you do nothing else, make that man pay for what he did here.
All right, that sounds like a good final word. Farewell.
Before you go, tell me this, old one. I'm curious. If you were to subdue your enemy, what would you do with him? What would give you peace?
Yeah, I wish to undo the harm he's caused and kill him. Both.
You would need to have twice as many lifetimes as he to repair his savage work.
But perhaps there are strides you can make.
All the same, think on this matter. Be assured in your course. In the end, it may mean all the difference, not just to his soul, but to yours. And be warned. Some questions have answers that can never be learned, and it is those that trouble the soul above all others. May you find an answer to yours.
Wow. The Council of Stars. And we need to pray to the gods now. Ooh, that, or maybe a visit to the Blood Sands, that sacrificial pit, is what we'll do next time. So there's plenty of action to be had, at least story-wise, or maybe in the case of the Blood Pit, Blood Sands. Also a combat, also some level ups, so stay tuned for the next episode. This was a pretty long one for the story and all. Pretty interesting story. And let's see what comes of our next actions. Doom, death, or maybe something good. Happy gaming to you. See you in the next episode. This is Immanuel Khan, signing out.